Talk about taxes. Many of you might be working on filing your taxes this weekend. Sunday is going to be a rainy day. Reams, good day to get to it. Have you done it yet?
Absolutely not.
Do you wait till April?
Yeah.
Folks, Reams waits till April. Let's not do that. Got to get.
Mine usually gets pushed to October. That's a different conversation, though.
And things are about to be more complicated because he's going to be a married man come next tax season. And things might be changing for all of us here in Georgia next tax season as well, because the Senate yesterday passed two measures that would change how we do state income tax here in Georgia. So let's talk about the first one that you see the details here on your screen right now. One would allow individual filers to deduct the first $50,000 of their income from state taxes. For couples filing jointly, it's the first $100,000. Now, this passed the Senate yesterday. It now moves on to the House for consideration. There was a second bill that will cut Georgia's income tax rate from 5.19% to 4.99%. There are some Republicans here in Georgia who want to eliminate the state income tax entirely, though Daniel Canso with the Georgia Budget and Policy Institute says that income tax is the main source of revenue that powers the state budget, and he says that cutting revenue could leave a hole. We brought you this yesterday as breaking news as it happened here on 11 Alive Plus, and this is what Mr. Canso told us during a live interview.
So 75% of state spending is for healthcare and education. And so when you start to chip away at those revenues, it can have very serious effects and leave you potentially making deep cuts that folks could feel across the state.
All right, so again, this is far from over. The Senate yesterday passing these two measures goes to the House for consideration. I can tell you the House has previously said that they would be more interested in lowering property taxes before touching income tax. It's interesting, though, Reams, you and I are both from states where there is no state income tax, Tennessee and Florida, respectively. But I guess you pay for it in different ways.
Yeah.
Sales tax.
Sales tax. In Florida, most of that income difference came in almost entirely on tourism. Florida is known to be a tourist mecca, and you're bringing in so many extra sales tax dollars in that way, where it kind of pays for itself. That's my concern with Georgia is we have tourism here, but it's not the same.
Would you guys have people who would go over the border to buy things in Georgia just because of the cheaper sales tax? We would in Tennessee.
I lived at the southern portion of Florida. It would be an 8-hour drive for me to go buy something cheaper.
By then, the amount you spent on gas, you would have just wasted it.
Exactly. I mean, I know I've seen people where they change county lines for gas tax differences.
Okay.
Or you go a little bit different, so you can get a little cheaper gas price. But when it comes to crossing, I mean, I've seen when I lived in North Carolina, the same. I lived closer to the border there, and there was people that would work in North Carolina but would live in South Carolina for the tax differences there. So it kind of just, it'll be interesting to see what happens there.
We'll see what happens. Advocates say this is going to be the biggest tax cut in state history if it goes through. Opponents say they interpret this the other way, saying that the surplus that Georgia currently has in the budget is because of the state income tax, and they say they need to keep that in order to keep Georgia's good fiscal health and allowing that money to be spent on public services and programs. So, hey, it is an interesting debate to watch. It is also an election year in Georgia, big governor's race, and a lot of people going to be focusing on that.